We not only know more about you, we've told everybody else about you. The black woman is the only woman in America who goes out publicly and talks about her man. We don't know what the Chinese man do. We don't know what he does, how he act in the house, how he deal with shit. We don't know that. We don't know what the Arabs do. It's a lot of people here. We don't know what those men do. The Latinos. So we don't know what they do. But everybody know what y'all do because we told them.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good, man. We got Sister Shahrazad Ali pretty much keeping it real, man, and essentially holding sisters accountable. Calling sisters out for their hypocrisies, calling sisters out for, pretty much lying on men, bashing men, destroying their own men, keeping kids away from their men, right? And I'm just throwing that in there because that's still part of the issue. Taking advantage of men's time, money, even when they're sitting over here trying to take care of their kids. There's just so much stuff. And these are the same women who will spin the narrative that black men do not protect black women, that black men could care less about sisters. I don't know how that could be true in any case, because once again, we love our sisters. Most men on this channel, most men in this space love their sisters, right? But some women would then say, well, if that's the case, then why you got brothers going overseas? Well, once again, for women who continue to ask that question, you obviously aren't hip to men. You obviously don't know how to be a traditional woman. You're obviously not what most men want. You're part of the reason why these men are going overseas and wanting to vet other women outside of their culture. Women who ask that question, man, once again, are just disconnected. But the fact that these same people then spin the narrative that, well, we are black men don't protect black women. Your black men don't care about black women. You just got to question, why do you think that? Why do you feel that? When essentially y'all are the main ones that jump on the internet to bash the very man that you lay with, to bash the very man that you have kids with. Amount of times, man, that we hear so many sisters constantly airing out their baby fathers on the internet, airing out their boyfriend or anybody they slept with on the internet. Why are you dang bashing them? Why are you airing them out? Because the sad thing about it is, if a man does the same thing that these women do when they go on the internet to go air somebody out, to go talk down to somebody, men and women alike will be calling that man lame. They will be holding that man accountable. They'll be telling that man to shut up. O'Shea Duke Jackson is doing the video, right? And I think y'all should go look at it, man, because it's pretty funny and it's a good story, right? It's a good story. But you got brother O'Shea Duke Jackson, who is essentially talking about this girl from Atlanta. I believe at one point she was homeless. She was dating one guy and they end up breaking up. And once again, you can tell she's very immature, right? You can tell she's very immature. You see her on the screen and all she does, right, is jump on the internet and bash her ex-boyfriend that she was homeless with, that she was so happy to show on the internet, flaunt all over the internet. I got a man, I got a man, I got a man. Now that they have broken up, what do you see her doing? Talking smack about this man, trashing this man.
And she's a liability. But wait, it gets more interesting. Now, remember, she started all of this. She's the one that put this brother out there. He's responding. Now she gonna start trying to question his sexuality and everything by saying this.
It's just so funny to me. Like, this is just so funny to me. Like, for all that, I could have listened to the people that was telling me to leave. Like, what do you see in him? Why do you like him? Or he looks like he's gay, or, like just different, all this, that, and the third. He hops from different women in a shelter. This guy got 5 baby mamas, 5 kids. What can he do for you? And I already said that from before he gave me broke vibes. So he want to get on the internet and try to make it seem like I'm broke. Yeah, I may be on the internet asking for money for help for me and my children to get out of this homeless situation. Is this something I'm going to do forever? Hell no.
Like, do you see how immature and petty that is? All when you started it. But it gets worse. She then accuses the guy of not giving her hundreds of dollars like he said in an interview.
And this is what you see every single day. But then once again, these will be the same ones that say, well, your black men don't protect black women. Well, your black men don't really care for their sisters because they always do this. They always do that. They always do this. If a man or a black man says something to a sister or tries to give a critique, constructive criticism, they say, we don't know what we're talking about. They say that you're a misogynist. They say that, well, you don't want to see us succeed. You just all these excuses to keep a man quiet. But if a woman says the same thing, what do they say? They say, well, you know what, you're a pick-me. Well, you know what, you're just sitting over here trying to pander the man, this, that, and the third. So you can't call this sister that. You're not going to be able to put that on this sister because, once again, she should be a sister that most sisters, most women, most, if not all of your black sisters should be looking up to. Because, once again, who are your pillars in the community today when it comes down to black women? Who do your sisters have to look up to in today's society when it comes down to black women? Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto, Glorilla, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, once again, even a lot of your R&B singers are out here, man, essentially being 304s. But hey, who am I? Let's go ahead and see what this sister got to say.
We not only know more about you, we've told everybody else about you. The black woman is the only woman in America who goes out publicly and talks about her man. We don't know what the Chinese man do. We don't know what he does, how he act in the house, how he deal with this. We don't know that. We don't know what the Arabs do. There's a lot of people here. We don't know what those men do. The Latinos. So we don't know what they do. But everybody know what y'all do because we told them.
Man, so you are suggesting that a mate in the black community, a woman, that is culturally specific to the black community, that by and large, she is the only one that goes out and kicks the black man.
Kinda, yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And it has made you more vulnerable to a lot of other criticism from other people. Because the only way they know about you is through us. Because you all not telling them. We tell them. And I wanted, as you asked about the book, I wanted to level that playing field and let you all know more of what's going on. Now, some of it has backfired. You know, the book did produce Kevin Samuels, you know, my boy, and he's my spiritual son, I call it.
One of, if not the biggest pillars in the sisterhood, in the black community when it comes down to women amongst your sisters. This is one of, if not the biggest pillar for these sisters. And sisters will still look at this, either turn a blind eye to it, say she doesn't know what she's talking about, or just say she's a pick-me. That's most of your sisters today. Most of your sisters will look at this and say she doesn't know what she's talking about. Oh, she's just pandering. When once again, we got tons and 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 tons of shows and podcasts that is catered towards women needs. That is catered to what women think the world should be. Once again, guys, this is just sad, right? Once again, this is just sad, and we have tons of proof, and I'm showing it through this video. Once again, you got your infamous finesse 2 times in his baby mama, where she blasted him twice. She blasted him twice on the internet. No, the first time she said the dude was watching, you know, that type of corn, right? Then you have her jumping back on the internet. Now, mind you, she apologized. She then jumps back on the internet, get upset, man, because he was dancing with Asian doll, right? I mean, like, once again, like, these are the type of men that you pick and you're getting upset. So what do? You go on the internet to go bash him. DeAndre Francis, right? I always bring him up. Where his girlfriend, right? He was a football player for Florida State University, and he got caught up with his girlfriend. It was a DV, quote unquote. She sat here and lied and said that this man did XYZ to her, when once again, that was a lie. She came back and apologized on it. Once again, right? You have Neo and his baby mother, where she was upset with this guy, calling him Diddy Jr. and etc. And once again, you just like, you have NLE Chopper, his girlfriend, right? She decides to sit over here, break down crying. So she pulls up a camera and starts to record and starts to cry and starts to say, well, you know what? She loved this man and this, that, and the third. Once again, man, sisters will always try to jump down a man's throat, and it's sad, right? You look at Rick Ross' baby mama. It gets ridiculous. Like I said, you got tons and tons and tons of proof and evidence to show that these sisters will jump on the internet to air out the same men that they laid down with. And then once again, when you have other races that look down on us, that look down on men, they turn around and, well, you see, they look down on y'all. Yada. A good reason is because, once again, look at how y'all talk about your men. Look at how sisters talk about their men, pushing the narrative that all black men are broke, pushing the narrative that all black men don't take care of their kids, this, that. And like your boy Brandon Jamal said, the fact that a lot of your sisters say there aren't good men, but yet they stay pregnant, it makes no sense. It makes zero sense whatsoever. And that goes for all the girls that I went to high school with that are single mothers today. A lot of these women say, you know, there aren't good men, there aren't good black men, so we need to be swirlers and go over here to these other communities. Once again, there's never any good black men, but they stay pregnant, and then they go over here to other communities and think these guys are just going to sit over here and just say, well, you know what, yeah, come on, queen, come over here. And then when these same people then talk about us in a negative way, sisters will always sit over here and talk down with them. Right? Oh, yeah. These black men ain't this. These black men ain't that. But then when they start to bring up the women, right, with the black men, right, then they're going to say, oh, no, see, that's that racist stuff. See, they just want to sit over here and see us fall. They don't want to see us men grow. It's always going to be an excuse when they are part of the problem. Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.